Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about Sophia Parnok, the first openly lesbian Russian poet. So she was born at the end of the 19th century, and her works is defined by several relationships she had with women. First, she was at first married, but then she got divorced, and in 1914 she met Marina Tsvetaeva, another famous Russian poet, who wasn't actually that famous at the time. So at the time, Sophia Parnok was more famous, and Marina Tsvetaeva was kind of a young aspiring poet who seeked her friendship, but it was mutual, so they were seeking each other, friendship and ultimately partnership. During this time, Tsvetaeva writes some poems. We'll be talking about them next time, and Parnok also writes poems about their relationships, and it's mostly her style at the beginning of her writing career is really metaphorical. She speaks a lot about, she compares herself to Sappho, like the Greek poet. And later on, after there is an ultimate breakdown with Tsvetaeva, so she has other relationships, and the most important of them, which I would like to talk to you about, is the last relationship that she had, the most important in terms of the creation, I would say. So there are some relationships that lasted long, for 15 hours or so, but the most fruitful in terms of the creation was the last one with biologist Nina Vedenieva, who was actually older than Parnok was, and it was the last year of Parnok's life, 1931. She died in 1932, and in this relationship, Parnok really didn't care anymore about metaphors, and she didn't think that these poems would be published, because later on she stopped publishing from the end of the 90s or the 1920s, and she worked on her translations. But then she writes this series of wonderful poems, which are almost without any metaphors. It's just depictions of how she feels. Sometimes it's 8 lines, sometimes it's 12 lines. And basically there are simple rhymes, there are simple words she's using, so everyday speech. She uses also some common language, like some abbreviations of Soviet reality, or something like this. So it's not highly poetical in terms of the language. It's written in plain language, but it has a tremendous poetical power, and she wrote some of her best poems during that last year. So I would recommend you to read at least these last poems. There are a lot of English translations of them. Bye.